After most events, it takes a small army of people days to pull together attendee insights, reviewing notes, chasing feedback, writing summary reports, and all of that adds up to serious time and money. Pulse replaces that entire process. It captures what attendees think and feel in real time and then instantly distills them into clear, actionable insights using AI. You save days of manual work, thousands in costs, and still get sharper, faster, and more useful results. Here's how it works. Okay, in a moment I'll trigger this sequence, which is going to ask me a couple of questions about a presentation that I've just watched at an event. And the trigger can be anything. But in this instance, we're using WhatsApp, but you can have a QR code on the screen that attendees can scan, or you could have a preloaded app on their phone that they can just literally pull up, or it could be a web application. It could be whatever you want it to be. But for this demonstration, we'll just use WhatsApp. So I'm just going to click Run Once here, and I'm going to get a text message on my phone, which I'll show you on the screen. Okay, it's popped up on my phone. So it said, "Hi, I hope you enjoyed the presentation on our new operating landscape. We'd love to hear your insights on what this means for you and your team. Are you able to answer a couple of questions for us whilst you take a quick break?" So I'm going to say yes. Okay, so it's asked me in my first question, which is, what are the current issues that need to be addressed? So I'm going to record it on here as a voice message. Honestly, there's still a gap in how fast we're able to respond to change. The environment around us is moving quickly, but our internal processes sometimes lag behind. We need to close that gap if we want to stay competitive. Let's send that off. Okay, so they've logged that question for me, and now it's the next one. So what key changes to our ways of working are required for the new operating model to be successful? Okay, let me log another answer for this one. We need to get more comfortable with continuous learning. The new model isn't a one and done setup, it evolves. That means people need time, tools, and support to keep adapting as things shift. Send that message off now. Okay, so it's logged that and it says, "Thank you for my feedback." Right, so what happens now? Let's have a look. So what should happen is there should be an event summary draft, which you can see I've done this quite a few times in the last day. Here it is, event summary draft. So let's have a look at what this is saying. So the AI brain now has taken the answers from the questions that are logged and it's provided a summary. So we've got, for each of the questions, what are the summary of answers that have been given? And I've actually done this a number of times over the last day or so. So I've collected some responses to these questions that it's summarized for me here. So several changes to key ways of working were identified as necessary for the successful implementation of the new operating model. So continuous learning, data-driven decisions, cross-team collaboration, empowered teams. And then the other question that was asked was, what are the current issues that need to be addressed? So several pressing issues: internal responsiveness, role clarity, system process misalignment, resistance to change. So what you're seeing on the screen is basically the amalgamation of a number of different answers that were given via voice to the AI, and the AI has summarized them into a document. Imagine the potential of this when you're running an event live and you don't have time to do a full breakout where you can really get to the kind of the depth that you need to in terms of unpicking a topic, but you do want to get insights from the audience and the attendees on what their thoughts and feelings are. This is such a great tool to get that real-time feedback. So let's talk about the benefits, right? Instant actionable insights. There's no more waiting for feedback anymore, okay? It's all instant. You get real-time input while the session is happening. It means you can adjust on the fly, spot issues early, and make smarter, faster decisions. Deeper engagement that lasts. I mean, we know that when we give people the ability to put their stamp on something and shape the conversation, then they become bought into the idea and the concept. So you get richer insights, they get more satisfaction, and you get the real buy-in from your audience. Smarter planning session after session. The AI uncovers patterns across the session. So what's resonated, which formats worked, what do we need to tweak? that insight becomes the blueprint for even better events, and who doesn't want those? And then scale seamlessly. So whether you're looking at doing an event with 50 people for a leadership offsite, or you've got 5,000 people at a global conference, it doesn't matter. This tool can capture and distill the insights effortlessly with no extra overhead. So there are just so many ways to use this tool, and I really do feel like if you are in the event space, this is going to be a great one for you. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment and I'll get back to you.